Melissa, the strongest hurricane to hit Jamaica in history. Hope everyone's day is off to a great start. This is Steve for the Steve Moore Weather Station. We now have the strongest hurricane Jamaica has ever seen in modern history that looks to be making landfall tomorrow, Tuesday the 28th. Keep it here for updates, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you know when each update gets posted. By now, I'm certain you've heard about this massive hurricane in the Caribbean Sea by the name of Melissa. Yeah, this storm is going to be the strongest hurricane to make landfall on the Jamaican island in modern history. The last major hurricane was Gilbert back in September of 1988, though he was only a Category 3. Melissa is going to make landfall as a Category 5 hurricane, meaning that sustained winds are above 157 miles per hour. As we speak, the current sustained winds inside of Melissa are 165 miles per hour, as I'm producing this video just afternoon on the 27th, with a barometric pressure of only 912. Now, Category 5 hurricane just south of Jamaica, currently about to make a turn north, if by the time you see this video that it hasn't already happened. Of course, Jamaica is under a hurricane warning along with Cuba. The Turks and Caicos and Bahama Islands are under a hurricane watch at this time. We're going to go over everything with you. Look at how healthy this storm system, no, let's give it the respect it deserves. Look at how healthy this major Cat 5 hurricane that Melissa has become. Alright, so things are getting down to the nitty-gritty when it comes to this hurricane making its first landfall. It could be as early as Tuesday morning for the southwestern coast of Jamaica, first cutting directly across from south to north across the island. Here's what the models look like this Monday morning, and they really have come into an agreement as to when and where Hurricane Melissa is expected to make landfall. Looking at the HFAS-A model, Melissa continues to look very impressive on the satellite and infrared runs. Also, on this model run is no different. Very, very impressive. Remaining very strong all the way to the coast of Jamaica. Of course, losing a little bit of steam crossing the island. Some good news is that after spending a week more or less just sitting almost stationary in the Caribbean Sea, south of Jamaica and Haiti, finally this storm is really picking up its pace after getting picked up by a powerful trough to the north. This will be what ships Melissa out into the Atlantic and eventually the North Atlantic. So yes, the storm makes landfall sometime in the morning on Tuesday, but by Tuesday afternoon, Hurricane Melissa is already leaving the island of Jamaica. The worst effects for Melissa will definitely be felt by Jamaica. There will continue to be flooding, landslides, mudslides, and massive power outages, probably island-wide, for a time right after Hurricane Melissa actually makes landfall. Once she leaves Jamaica, only about 12 hours later, she will be making landfall again, this time on the southern shores of eastern Cuba, expected to still be a major hurricane, fortunately downgraded a bit to a Category 3. Still, there will be serious damage in Cuba. Definitely do not take this lightly. A Category 3 hurricane means winds range 111 to 129 miles per hour, sustained. The storm will be continuing to pick up forward motion, as well as losing some more strength crossing Cuba. I mean, it's still organized when it makes landfall, but the mountains and just crossing land, in general, really takes the juice out of these storms. By Wednesday afternoon, Melissa will be crossing the Turks and Caicos and Bahama Islands, as probably a Category 2 hurricane at this point. Thankfully, Melissa will not be around for long, though, due to the fact the storm will continue to pick up forward motion, making it from the Bahamas all the way to Bermuda in about 24 hours. I know a couple videos ago, I wasn't thinking Bermuda was going to get hit at all. Well, I was wrong. It looks like Bermuda could take a direct hit from Hurricane Melissa. No one is certain yet, as it is several days away. The positive is that the storm will be moving very quickly, and be much weaker and more unorganized, as some wind shear and colder waters will both really begin to take their effect on Melissa by this time frame. of Friday early morning sometime. Their own history-making major hurricane in the Caribbean Sea will have gone through a huge transformation, continuing to weaken, becoming a tropical storm within a day of passing Bermuda, up in the northern Atlantic Ocean, where she completely falls apart and her life cycle ends. The next couple of days will be the worst conditions by far, basically in Jamaica and then in Cuba. Thanks for watching, everyone. Oh, and I made a small change to the name of the new channel. I switched service to station, so the channel's new name is Steve Moore Weather Station. Again, thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.